Once I complete the define fields process and click done, FileMakerPro shows an empty form. As I begin to enter data, each time I move from field to field, I'm using the tab key. Remember, if I press return, the field will get larger, so I don't want that. Now, if I just click away from that and click back in that field, it's saving 2 lines for that, and I don't want that, so I've got to delete that space. Then click away, and if I move back to there, now there's no extra line. If I press tab after I finish filling in all of the fields, it just goes back to the first field. I've got to add a record in order to be able to put in the next person that I'm going to keep track of in my database. Open Apple N, Command N, or records, new record. We are in the browse mode. Browse mode is what we'll typically use to enter data. There are several other modes, and the menus will change when we switch to those different views. Layout mode is going to be one we're going to use a lot. Notice the menus changing. This is something that's not going to be useful. Each time you add a layout, it's just going to be named layout number 1, layout number 2, and so on. So where the records menu was in the browse view is now the layouts menu. And in layout setup, we can edit the name of the layout. So it makes sense to name this anything but layout number and then whatever number in sequence. And we usually call this one the basic form. There are some other options here, but we don't need that on this one. So now any view that I use, it'll say basic form up here instead of layout number 1. So anytime I need a new record, I can use the records, new record option, or open Apple N. Once I begin to enter data, you'll see this Rolodex change, and we can use it to page through our database, although our database is very small at this point. So there's the first record that we completely entered, there's the second record that we started to enter, and there's the third one that was just created.